Okay, welcome back to the section dealing with percents and ratio and proportion. Today we're going to talk about section 5.4, which is percent problems. Now, one thing I do know is most of us do not like word problems, so I'm going to try to show us how to kind of make these problems a little bit more easier to understand. Now, when we're looking at this, it says 4 is what percent of 20. So we need to find out the percentage of 4 of 20 is what it comes down to. So by reading this, I'm going to look at 4. 4 is right here. Is always an equal sign. What percent? That's going to be we can assign it to the letter. I'm going to just use X of 20. Because what we're trying to do is we're going to take this percentage, which is X, multiplied by 20, and we should get 4. That's the game plan. Okay? Now, solving this, that means we just solve just like a regular algebra problem. We're going to say 4 equals, I'm going to move the 20 and the X around. Now, what I want to do is I'm going to flip these. I'm going to show us, I like to have the 20 and the X on the left and 4 on the right, because we read our variables from left to right just like we read anything in English. So then that's 20 times X. We do the opposite, divide. So I've got this 4 over 20. Now, 4 over 20 reduces because 4 goes into that. It goes in 1 to itself. 4 goes into 25. So if you put this in your calculator, that is 0.2. But remember, in our previous section, in section 5.3, that's a fraction. To put it in a percent, we need to multiply it by 100%. Or you can say 0.2, put a few zeros, move that decimal over 2 positions. So that equals 20%. So the next one, we still need to translate this. So we just need to dissect it. So we got this 1.5. Is, remember, is an equal sign. Okay, 30% of what number? You know, maybe we use M instead of X, okay? So now this is like 30% times X equals 1.5. Now it's going to ask you to solve this. Now, one thing with solving is, I'm going to put a little side note over here on top. 30% is the same as you take your 30, you move your decimal over 2 spots to the left, and you get 0.30. So that 30% actually turns into 0.30 M. I don't know. This over here, I forgot I changed this, so I'm going to go back up here to erase this X, which should be an M. So 0.30 M equals 1.5. Then all you have to do is divide by 0.30 And when you put this in your calculator, M should give you 5. A little quick thing too is you can always check your answer by doing this. 30% is 0.3 times 5. So when you put that in your calculator, you get 1.5, which is the same as this right here. So you know you've done this correctly. Okay, finally, we'll have a 27.5% of what number is 66. So I'm going to go ahead and I want to make this into a decimal. Because it's 27.5 of what number. I'm going to use N for the number. Now that is the equal sign, 66. So now I've got 27.5 N equals 66. Now, remember this was the 27.5 right up here, 27.5. I want to make this as a decimal. So I'm going to move it over 2 to make that 0.275 N equals 66. Then I want to divide by 0.275. My answer comes out to be 240. So up here, so you're not confused, really that's like saying 27.5% at the translation part. Okay, thank you for listening. Be looking at my next video of 5.6, which are applications. Thank you for listening.